Hey everybody, it's Kim Brees. I am doing the Tuesday training a little early today because my schedule doesn't allow me to do it this evening. We are going to a wrestling match, so I wanted to do it earlier today. So if you can't hop on live, that's fine. You can be watching us on the replay. So today's Tuesday training, I have some notes down here, is about making your business better. How do you make your business better? How can you make your business grow? How can you make it more of actually like your business? Oh, hey, Jeanette, I just got back from the beauty shop and they got these big old curls in there, right? Beauty shop hair, right? Okay, so one thing, I want to talk about your Monat business is, you guys are in the right place at the right time as a brand new market partner, because I just have some statistics. So last year on Black Friday, Monat had $1.7 million in sales. Black Friday this year, they had $8 million in sales. Okay, guys, that is a 371% increase from Black Friday this year to Black Friday last year. That's huge. That is huge. And you guys are a huge part of that. Can you imagine what it's going to be like next year? A year from now, Black Friday next year. When you are here and you all have your teams and you're moving and shaking and you have all of these VIPs and all these market partners and your business is booming, holy cow, can you imagine if it grew 371% again next Black Friday? I mean, that's going to be totally awesome. Your paychecks, you're going to have a lot of jingle in your pocket. Right, Nancy? Sorry, that was for you. Okay, so here's another little tidbit. In 2015, the annual sales for Monat was $17 million. In 2016, the annual sales are $40 million. So I can't wait to see what they are for 2017, because I'm going to bet that's at least 5 times that. Wouldn't you say? I mean, that's huge. That's huge. So you're definitely in the right place at the right time. Just a little update on some customer service numbers. Okay, so yes, we have a little hold time when we call customer service. However, kudos to those people at home office doing customer service, because I got these statistics. So Friday alone, they had 10,000 phone calls. 10,000 phone calls. The most they had ever had in a day ever before that was 3,000. So they more than tripled their call volume on Friday than the highest day of calls they had ever had to customer service ever. So that's crazy. That's crazy. So we're growing. There's so many people. There's just so many things going on. So just be patient. And, when you're thinking about things that you need from customer service, I would just make a list, write them down, and then see if they're really things that you need to call customer service about, or something that we can kind of take care of if we write it down, and I can maybe send like a big list. So don't wait on hold forever. And it'll get better. It'll get better, I promise. Okay, so we're going to start with the training in, I have a list here. So there's some important things that you need to do to make your business better, or to make your business grow, or even just to make it a business. Because I think sometimes when people get started in a network marketing business, the fact of the matter is they just really don't know, like they've never done it before. I mean, when I started, however long it's been now, 7 years ago, in a direct selling business, I had no idea what I was doing. I did not run it like a business. I didn't even know that it could be a business. I didn't even know that you could really make money doing that kind of thing. So it's a learning curve. So since there's a learning curve, there are those of us that have paved the way for you, that have done it before, and know some tips and tricks to make things more successful for you guys that are just beginning your journey in network marketing. So some advice would be, the first thing would be you need to develop a mindset. You need to develop a mindset that, number one, this is a business. You need to change the voices in your head, because a lot of people, when they start network marketing, they're really excited in the beginning, and then they ask 3, 4, 5 of their friends and family about either joining them or purchasing from them, and they get rejected. And so they have all of these voices in their head saying, oh, that's a pyramid scheme. You're never going to be successful doing this. Why do you want to bother people? I'm sure, the list goes on and on of all the things that you probably say to yourself, or you feel embarrassed to post about it on social media, just all of these things that you're telling yourself in your head. And the fact of the matter is, none of it's true. None of it's true. But what you think about yourself will come true. Like what you say will happen. So, if you say that you can't make $5,000 a month, then you can't. Because you will figure out ways to sabotage yourself to keep you from making $5,000 a month just to prove yourself right, right? If you say you can do it, you're going to find ways to make it happen. I mean, I am a find a way to make it happen kind of girl. If I wanted to make $10,000 a month, I'm going to find a way to make it happen. And that's what I'm doing. That's why I joined Monat, because the income possibilities are so huge here. And again, it's all what you put into it. So, and it's all in your mindset, and it's all the way that you think about things and that you view things and the way that you emit your aura onto other people, because you attract what you are. So you have to think about kind of what you want to put out there into the universe so you can attract that back to you. I'm getting off topic. Okay, so number 1, change how you want to think. I just thought about when I was a teacher, and I would have students, and not good or bad, just I would have students, and they would have these little personalities. Some would be, very OCD, and, their pencil has to be in a certain spot in their desk, and their books had to be just so, and their desk had to be neat and tidy, and everything had to be all perfect. Or you'd have, another student, and, he'd be flipping his pencil all the time. His hair is a mess. His desk is a mess. He's just, all over the place, talks all the time, blah, 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 blah. And then you have parent-teacher conferences. And then you meet their parents. And you're like, oh, that's why he's like he is, or she's like she is, because they're just like their parent. So they've learned that behavior from their parent. It's kind of the same thing when you are like a market partner to a customer. So if you are a market partner, however you emit yourself to your customers is how they're going to react to you in the same way. So, if you're positive, upbeat, you're loving the products, you're telling them all these different things that they can be doing with the products, or, just doting on them, telling them how great their hair looks, just different things like that, then they're going to be giving you positive feedback. If you have a customer that maybe has an issue with a product that might not be right for them in the beginning, instead of saying, oh, well, I've got to call, customer service, and I'm going to be on hold for 2 hours, and you're complaining about that, then that's what they're going to do back to you. They're going to start complaining to you about every little thing that they have. They're going to mimic your behavior. So whatever behavior you emit, and it's the same thing when it is a market partner with another market partner. So if you have people on your team, they're going to be looking to you for some advice and some guidance. So the number one thing to do is, if you have a market partner, or you have somebody that's talking to you and they're in a negative way, or they're having an issue, it might be the first time they've ever dealt with anything like that, and they have no idea how to handle it. And it's okay. You just have to use your experience, or if you don't have experience yourself, go to your upline and get some experience to help you with addressing how to handle the situation. Like I just put on here, don't sweat the small stuff. And when I say that, because lately we've had a lot of things going on with maybe flex-ships or different things like that. And I'm going to say probably 90% of the issues are user related. And what I mean by that is, your customer has gone in and tried to change their flex-ship, and they didn't click save at the end. So then they still got the same shipment, or they went in and changed their date, but they didn't click save at the end because you have to go to the next screen and save it. They probably didn't do that. So those things, it's really how you respond. So if you respond to that in a way where you're blaming the company or you're blaming customer service, that looks bad on us and that looks bad on you as a market partner. So what I would do is, hey, let's see how we can fix this. It's not a big deal. Hey, you're going to get your shipment, not a big deal. It's all how you respond. I mean, I don't really have people complain to me about that, like my own personal customers or anything. If it happens, I'm like, oh, okay, well, here's your options. You can, hey, just when you get the box in, just let me know. And not them, I will call and get an RMA for you and you can send it back. No big deal. Or you can just keep that one and we'll push out your next flex shipments, for a couple of times until you're ready for the next one. So it's really just all in the way you put it. I'm just very matter-of-factly, like, that's not a big deal. None of that's really a big deal. And if you present it to them as it's not a big deal, like, to some of them, the sky might be falling. So really you have to kind of turn that around for them, because in reality, it's really just shampoo. It's just shampoo. So, there's nothing life-altering about it. There's nothing that's going to cause them death. They're not on fire. So really, it's just the way that you respond to either your market partners that are needing guidance from you or from customers. Just take what they're saying, listen to what they're saying, and then just help them find a solution. But just don't take that and blame others. Just take it. Solve the problem, tell them what their solution options are, and then go from there. Let's see. Okay, number 2, where do you want to be? So think about yourself and your business. Where do you want to be? For some people, man, they want to be on stage. They want to walk across the stage, like when there's a national conference, they want to get recognized. They want to get the certificates in the mail and the pins. That's awesome. Maybe you want to be a leader of some kind. Maybe you want to be a team leader and grow a team, if that's where you want to be. Maybe you just want to make some money and be able to put your kid in private school. So decide where it is that you want to be with your business, because that is going to guide how you manage your business and how much you're going to be working in your business to achieve that goal. So decide where you want to be. And with that, when you decide what you want to be, let's say you want to be a leader. Awesome. Find someone that you resonate with, whether it be on our team, it might be me, it might be Nancy, it might be Anita, it might be whoever you see as a leader that you could emulate, then do that. It might be Julie Stevens. It might be Janice. It could be Brittany Pillars. It could be whoever you want to follow. It could be Amy Sloan. Whoever you follow and you want to emulate and be like that person because you feel like what they are doing is successful, then do that. Find someone and emulate the things that they're doing. That would be a tip that I would have for you. Okay, number 3, be around like-minded people and positive people. And that is also true in your personal life as well as your professional life. So in your personal life, do you want to be around a bunch of negative Nellies that are always complaining and think that your business is stupid? No, you don't. You want to be around people that are supportive of you and that encourage you and that don't put you down. You want to be around people that are positive and upbeat, and they see the big picture, or they want to see you succeed. If you're around that negativity all the time, you kind of start to believe it. So pick the people that you're around. I mean, it doesn't mean you don't have to be friends with a negative person. I just wouldn't be around them a lot or have conversations with them that would entail discussions where they're going to be speaking about your business negatively or anything negatively. I mean, they might be people that whine and complain about the weather. I mean, whatever. Just bring yourself around positive people. Your professional life too, especially like this, it's really easy to jump on the blame game bandwagon. And, if you might have had an issue with customer service, or you might have had an issue with a customer, or you had an issue where you got something wrong in an order, it's very easy to find other people that have had issues like you've had, and everybody gets together and they jump on the blame bandwagon and they start blaming. You don't want that. It just breeds negativity. It grows. And what you focus on, you guys, what you focus on grows. So if you focus on all of the problems that you might be having, whether it be of your fault or a customer's fault or whatever, or whoever's fault it is, whatever you focus on is going to grow. So if you focus on the good things, like last night is a great example. We had some issues with customer service, but those got resolved. And then then after that, like we had so many people like sponsoring market partners, promoting out the wazoo, and all of that was such great positive feed on the page. And that is awesome. So you want to be around people that are positive, upbeat, encouraging you. And sometimes it's hard. It's hard not to jump on the bandwagon of, the complaining bandwagon. Really, that's what it is. So, okay, number 4, no one else can do it for you. No one else can do it for you. You are responsible for your own business. I can't do it for you. I mean, I can do trainings. I can try to guide you. I can give you my best advice. Your recruiter can do that. You can look at other people and get ideas from them, but ultimately you're the one that has to do your business. We can help train and things like that. But if you don't go out and do the work, then your business isn't going to grow. And you can't just try and ask 5 people and then expect your business to grow, because odds are you're going to get 5 no's. Generally, you have to ask 10 people to get 1 yes. 10 people to 1 yes. So you're going to have to keep working at it, keep working at it. I also wrote down here, okay, like blame who, no one else can do it for you. So we can't blame anybody else. Like, let's say that you're late to work, or you're late to a party. So are you late to the party because you're going to say that traffic was bad so that you didn't make it to the party on time, so you're blaming traffic? Or should you maybe have left a little bit earlier to make sure that you didn't get stuck in traffic? So it's just things like that. If you're striving to meet certain numbers and you want to have a goal and you're trying to make MMP and your volume's not quite where you need it to be, are you blaming your team members because they didn't get you to that volume? Or maybe you're responsible for your own business. Go out and sponsor a couple new people that will come in and help build that volume, instead of blaming your other people that didn't do anything that month. So it's all on you. You always got to keep it on you. No one else can do it for you. Shame. Oh gosh, I wrote down shame. Don't let shame get in the way. And when I say that, I mean, like, don't listen to those voices in your head. The voices in your head that say, I'm not good enough. I'm not funny enough. I don't know enough people. I'm not good at social media. That I'm never going to make money in this. It's taken me so long to promote. Don't listen to those voices, because those voices are going to just pull you down. So get rid of those voices in your head. And then justify, don't try to justify for things when things go wrong, or, don't try to tell a story about why you have or haven't done something. If you're trying to get to the cruise level and you want to have $1,800 in sales, but you only have $1,400 in sales, for example, you might try to justify the fact that you didn't meet the $1,800 by saying, oh, well, my son's in hockey and we were gone 3 nights a week, and my daughter does this and da 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 da, and I had to work 4 days and this and this and that. Because all of those things, honestly, you guys, are just excuses. You can find ways around that, and I have done it my entire direct selling career. Oh, Cindy Carpenter, Jack Campbell writes about this. Oh, yes. And, because I worked a full-time job as a teacher. I had 2 kids in sports every single day. Between the 2 of them, it was every single day. And that was back when I did party plans. So I had to actually go out and physically do parties. I had to find a way to get 6 parties in every month. And I just had to find a way. I had to find a way to talk to my team members and do coaching calls. I had to find a way to manage my customers. And I just found a way, because I am the girl that I'm going to figure out ways to make it happen. So you can do it. I mean, there's times in there, there's nuggets where you can do those things. If you're sitting at the ball field, you got your phone. Send some messages. Talk to the people at the field. There's all kinds of things you can always be doing to work your business. And like I said, a lot of times I'm doing it at 6 in the morning or 8 at night when I'm laying in my bed. So, okay, you are in charge. You're in charge of your personal business, guys. First and foremost, above everything else, the most important thing to you in your business is your personal business. If your personal business suffers, then nothing else matters. You have to keep your personal business going. You have to continue to sample. You have to continue to talk to people. You have to continue to prospect. You have to continue to be offering the opportunity to others. You have to continue to get VIPs and market partners, because if I stopped getting VIPs and market partners today, my business would probably sustain for a few more months without me doing one thing. But after a few months, what's going to happen? They're all going to start to fall away because I'm not taking care of my personal business. I'm not taking care of the customers I currently have. I'm not getting new customers. I'm not getting new market partners. And some of these old market partners, they've given up on it. And so they've gone on to something else because it's not for everybody. So you have to just keep working on your personal business. You are in charge of your VIPs. Okay, guys. And Abby did a great live on this, I don't know, a few weeks ago about managing your VIPs. Keep up with your VIPs. Don't let your VIPs call customer service. Ever. Never. You take care of that for them. You service them and take care of their issues that they have with customer service. So you can be the one that goes to bat for them or that takes care of their issue. Make sure that you're checking your reports to see when those VIP shipments are coming out. Make sure your VIPs know how to change their flex ship in their back office. If they don't want to do that, then have them tell you and you do that for them. So making sure that your VIPs know how the process works, that they know how to use their back office or contact you and checking their email. A lot of them don't check their email. So just making sure that they know all of the things that they need to do to be a successful VIP. That way they don't get shipments that they didn't want, or they didn't get duplicate products or things like that. So you be in charge of those. And not giving them your website. I wouldn't give them your website because it's very confusing for them as a VIP. You just take care of that yourself. You are in charge of onboarding your new market partners and onboarding yourself. You're in charge of that. Nobody else is. You know, myself, Nancy, Deborah, we've all done, and Anita, we've all done onboarding videos. And yeah, you can tag people in our onboarding videos, and that's awesome. Just follow up with them. Follow up with them and find out the answers to those things that we talk about in the onboarding video. Find out what your new market partner's goals are so that you can help guide her to achieve the success that she wants. And I'm going to use Jennifer Bloom as an example because Jennifer Bloom, and I know she won't care if I use her because she talked about this at our last Thirsty Thursday. You know, Jennifer's goal here isn't to make a bunch of money. She just loved the product. But by her sharing and getting people to use the product, she has 2 awesome market partners underneath her that do have goals of making some money. So she does everything that she can to help those girls be successful. I mean, it's not her goal to be making a bunch of money, but it might be for them. So she's going to do what she can to guide them and direct them and do what they can to be successful in their business. You're responsible for your own training and professional development. So what's awesome about Monat is there are so many Facebook groups and it does get a little overwhelming at times, but on the other hand, there are so many groups that you can go and watch different trainings. You know, I do trainings. Other leaders on our team here have done trainings and Facebook Lives, and that's awesome. You can go to the Tuesday Training with Directors page. Those are trainings every Tuesday night. There's one tonight. And you can watch the playbacks. You can watch, you don't have to watch them live. You can go back and watch it later at your own convenience. You can go to Julie's page, there's trainings on there. On Janice's page, there's trainings on there. There's all of these resources that you can use to go watch and get some training about Monat specifically. But then there's also people out in the world that are doing trainings for MLMs. You know, I'm a big Ray Higdon fan. And so I am a part of his group and his training is phenomenal. And that's just something I choose to do. He has free trainings. You can go watch free trainings. There are things out there that you can do. Books to read. The one I just read, well, I mean, I've read a little bit about this, but I mean, it's got some good nuggets in here. It's called Direct Selling Power. I mean, so there's lots of books for you guys to read. GoPro, we've talked about that one before. Lots of things out there. So lots of professional development that you can participate in. All of those things help you change your mindset and help you make your business better and actually make it into a business and not just something you're doing here or there. Okay, number 6, responsibility. Okay, so you have some responsibilities. One of your responsibilities is asking for what you want. Guys, if you want customers, ask for them. Ask for them. Ask for referrals. Ask for referrals. Ask people for their business. Ask them for it. It's just kind of like your husband. Like, people can't read your mind. Like, if I want something from my husband, I have to come out and ask specifically for what I want. I can't really beat around the bush about it because he can't read my mind. He doesn't get my clues. So I have to ask specifically for what I want. And that's what you have to do too. You might have to ask for what you want of your family. Like, when you're doing this business, you might say, okay, look, family, whatever night, maybe Monday nights are nights that you want to dedicate 2 hours in your office to just maybe do get some sampling packets together, do some prospecting, watch some videos. Just say, hey family, every Monday night I need 1 hour, whatever it is. I need 1 hour at this time. So don't be afraid to ask. Tell your family that's what you need and you ask for it. The language that you use, because what you say will happen. The language that you use, you are responsible for the language that you use. So when you're speaking, always be positive and always put the company and your product in a good light. Because if you talk negatively about your company or about your product, it just reflects on yourself and it makes you look bad, it makes the company look bad, and it makes your customer or your potential market partner think, well, if you're talking bad about it, then why do I want to be a part of that? Or why would I want to buy that? So just always be positive. Even if it's something like, you might have a product that you don't like. Like, I don't like the blowout cream. And I can say that, the blowout cream just isn't good for my hair. My hair's too fine and it's too heavy, and that's okay. But I can shed a positive light on that and talk about, how so-and-so uses the blowout cream and she loves it. So just kind of spin that and make it into a positive thing. You have a responsibility to use the word no. You can say no. If you have, and this is, I really think about this mainly in my personal life because, people are asking you to probably do things left and right. My daughter's a senior, and for the last 3 years, she's been the president of her class, and that meant that I'm the president of her class. So we had to do everything. We had to do the float. We had to do the fundraising. We did everything. And this year, she decided to step away from that and do something different. And so this year, we're too busy. So I've been asked to be on, 25,000 committees, and I've said no to every one of them. And I don't feel bad about it one bit. I've said no to doing fundraisers. I've said no to doing meetings. I've said no to all of that because my focus right now is making my business successful. Because by making my business successful, it benefits my family. I'm doing this because I want my family to have a good home, to have a nice car. I want to be able to pay for my daughter's college. I want to be able to take them on trips. They've never been out of the country. There's just things that I want to do, and it's really important for me to make sure that we don't have debt and to make sure that they have a solid foundation. And so I've been able to say no to some things. The last one on my list here is you have a responsibility for your own schedule. So this is hard in the beginning. It's hard to figure out how to do some time management, and that's okay. It's all a learning curve, like I said. But set some boundaries for yourself. If you have customers or you have market partners on your team and they're messaging you late at night, like at an inappropriate hour, it's okay not to answer them. You can wait until, business hours the next day. Don't feel like you have to respond right then. Or if you're spending time with your family and you have, a market partner on your team and they're asking you questions or they want to chat with you for a little bit or they just want to pick your brain or they have some questions, it's okay to schedule another time. I've had to say that before, no, I'm with my family, we're doing this, but I can chat with you at such and such time instead. Make an appointment or do things like that, but set boundaries for yourself. Don't let people overtake your time because it can really get sticky as you grow. You'll have people messaging you and texting you and calling you at all hours of the morning, especially with the time zone differences. You know, because we have some people on our team that are 2 hours behind me and some people that are an hour ahead of me. So it's very sketchy there in the evening with the time zone and in the morning, because I'm on the phone I'm looking at my phone at 6 in the morning when I wake up, and sometimes I message Kathleen and I forget that it's 4 o'clock where she's at. And honestly, I don't expect her to answer then, but I was like, oh crap, I just did that. But yeah, so just just take time and think about your schedule and put your family first. Your family always comes first. So when you're working on your schedule for your business, thanks, April. So when you're working on your schedule for your business, the first thing that you should put in your schedule is everything related to your family. Family events like birthday parties, graduations, sports activities, all of that. I even used to put a time in my calendar for like dinner. So I wouldn't schedule anything from this time to this time, because I needed that time to just not answer the phone and just focus on my family. So make sure you block out the time for your family first, because that's what's most important, is your family. So put that in your calendar first. Then if you don't want to work on Sunday, then don't work on Sunday. Just don't. I work every day because it's so easy to do this business, but I work a little bit every day all the time. So that's how I choose to do it. But if there's a day that you don't want to work, then don't work that day. Turn your messenger off, turn your texts to silent, and be with your family. But yeah, just work on your schedule. Another thing with your schedule is, like I have reminders. Some people like to have a calendar and they use like the paper pencil calendar. I'm not that girl. Like I want to be her. I want to be that girl because they're cute. Like I really like the calendars and I love to write in them and make it cute, but I can't keep up with it. But I really want to be that girl. So, but I'm not. And I've come to realize that I'm not. So what I do instead is I use Google Calendar. And I put everything in my Google Calendar, and it syncs to my phone and it syncs to my husband's phone, because he needs to kind of know what I'm doing, what's going on with me. So he kind of knows what's happening. Because sometimes we don't cross paths that much. So I use the Google Calendar, and I put reminders in my phone for everything. Like at the first of the month, there's a reminder in my phone to run my FlexShip report. That's on the very first. Well, actually, it's not the first of the month. It's like the 27th. So it's like a few days before the first of the month. That's set in my calendar to run my FlexShip report for the following month. So I've run my FlexShip report for December already. So I know who's getting FlexShips in December. So I can help take care of those VIPs. Make sure that they are still good for their FlexShip, or do I need to change your order? Do I need to push out your FlexShip? So make sure that's just something I have in my calendar that I do every month. It's like the 18th, I think, is when I put on there to do the top 20, and I run a report and I post the top 20 in sales as of that day. So there's different things like that. You might want to put a reminder in your phone, like maybe like I said, maybe every Monday at 6 o'clock, you set aside 30 minutes to just go in your office and work on sampling. So you put sample packets together. That could be like your Monday job for the week. And you could do that, and you could put that in your calendar. Let's see, what are some other things? Another thing I do once a week is VIP stuff. So I print out the VIP welcome page that's in the files of the Fusion page, and I print it out and I fold it up and put it in like a cute little card, and I send them a message, and then I send them a sample, either of the oil or the mask. And so that's done once a week for all the people that joined as a VIP the previous week. So just doing things like that and setting them in your calendar, so you're just not haphazardly doing things all the time. Like, Monday is your sampling day. Tuesday might be your VIP welcome day. Wednesday might be, something else. It might be, I don't know. I can't even think of anything right now. But, so it could be, there's all these different things that you could do each day just to make sure that you are organized and you get things done. And that's really about it. So I hope you guys are excited about the huge increase in sales our company is having. And I can't even believe how it's looking to be for December. I told you guys I heard a little bit about some awesome stuff coming in December. So I can't wait to see what it's going to be. And it's supposed to be even a bigger month than this month. So I know you guys are going to be breaking some records on your own personal teams. Hopefully we get lots of new market partners to help you beat those goals. And that's it. So if you want to watch other Tuesday trainings that I've done, I've started hashtagging them with hashtag Tuesday training. If you go to the Fusion group and you go to the search bar and you type in hashtag Tuesday training, all the Tuesday trainings will pop up. Same thing for onboarding. If you need to onboard yourself, or you want to learn how to onboard someone, or you want to tag someone in an onboarding video, you can search hashtag onboarding and you can see some of our onboarding videos. Just make sure you follow up with those people and see what their goals are. So you guys rock it out the rest of the week. I hope you got your action goals set for this week. You know, how many people are you going to prospect a day? Are you going to read a book, a chapter a day? What are you going to do? So get out there, make the last 2 days of November rock, and you guys are amazing, and I love you guys, and you guys are the best team ever, and I'm not the only one that thinks that. We have a lot of people talking about the Fusion team, so I'm really excited and proud of you guys. Thanks, Jeanette.